Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nanman here with my next StarCraft 2 cast, and as you can see, we're still continuing with the Legion Team League. Right now, LXG is currently down 1-2 in this best of 9 format, basically a race to 5. And Day 6 just kind of started to swing the momentum back in his favor, was able to take out SoV's Acer in order to make it into our basically 1-2 match we have here. And of course, spawning down here in the bottom left hand side on Team Liquid map contest winner here, of course, it is Cloud Kingdom. It is Day 6, our blue Protoss player, and his opponent spawning in the upper right hand side from Team SoV. It is Wolf. Now, he's the red Protoss player. Now, of course, if you guys really aren't that familiar with Cloud Kingdom, I know it's not like in the ladder pool as of yet. Maybe it will, fingers crossed. I mean, it's a really cool map. It's a lot like Daybreak. Your natural is pretty easy to secure right below your ramp here. Basically, there's these launch towers here on the low ground to get an idea. Basically, most players will move their way through the center area here because the path is basically the shortest here. You could go around the right-hand side where there are, of course, these pocket expansions up here that players do try to steal and take at some point or another, but it's most likely you will be taking this as a possible third or this as a possible third, depending on what you really feel most comfortable with. Now, probes going to be heading into each other's bases, getting a good idea of where each other are and what they're up to. Simulators going to be dropping down. And now, this map, if players aren't that familiar with it, it is a lot of spaces inside the main base where you can hide that probe and drop down a forward pylon or something of that nature. I know I've done it a couple times in practice games against people just to, go, look, there's a possibility that people will do this to you. Get ready. I mean, I love to just throw down have a probe hiding up here and then throw down a pylon or something, if need be. But we'll see what sort of style of play these players are going to go for on this map. We see core is going to be dropped down now, and Wolf's core is just slightly a bit quicker than Day 6 right now. But pulling some probes off, going to get a couple of free shots on this patrolling probe, but overall wasn't able to do too much and just actually hurt him mining for a slight bit there. But that's not that big of a deal early on. I mean, I personally am more of like, okay, if you're going to pull those probes off, you better make sure you kill him. And Nice going to be actually doing a lot more damage that time, but still not enough to really get a good surround. So Day 6 just going to swing along the right-hand side, and ooh, going to be stealing his gas here. See, second gateway going to be thrown down now for Wolf. Zealot is on the field, and we'll be seeing a Stalker come out in a little bit as well. Warp-gate technology being started up, and probe still inside of Day 6 base going, okay, you've got your two gateways. There's going to be a Stalker coming out now. Day 6 did not opt for a Zealot opening. Looks like he's going to go for a 3 Stalker opening. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, that is a very a good way to open up in PvP, just so you are active on the map, scouting around, checking for any of those probes, checking for any of those pylons, and we'll see what Wolf's going to be doing. I mean, this assimilator steal here might actually put him into a very rough position where he might decide to 4-gate. We do see he is up to 3 gates currently, as warp-gate technology is about halfway done, but looks like he's just going to take out that assimilator now. Pull on back with his probe and adding on another. Nope, just another pylon right now. Nothing too out of the ordinary. We do see right now Day 6 is up to 26 supply. He did get supply cap currently, and still no real mix-ups in what he's going to plan right now. He does have both of his assimilators taken, so we'll see what sort of tech he's going to be choosing, and he's going to be choosing that robotics facility for his tech of choice now. I do like this play. Going to start moving out on the field now with these couple of Stalkers, basically searching around, going, okay, are the probes, are the pylons, where are you at? I'm looking around now. We do see that Wolf's up to his 3-gate, going to start moving out with these 2 Stalkers, and that 1 Zealot here has a sentry up here just to help, because of course it does only take that 1 force field to force field off that ramp here. Still going to be on a little bit of a warpath, checking things out. Stalkers moving out along the left-hand side, and I like the positioning of Day 6 Stalkers here. Basically a very nice defensive position. In case anything pops up that ramp, he will be able to get a couple free shots. Has added on a sentry of his own here, and we'll see Warp-gate technology finishing up. Mortal number 1 going to be coming out, and we're going to be seeing Robotech versus Twilight Tech right now. So it looks like Wolf is going to be opening up, most likely a Blink opening. I would like to see a Robo get thrown down a little bit after that. basically go for a blink with a delayed robo, so you can get that observer and try to blink into your opponent's base. Forward pylon has been placed along the upper right-hand side for day 6. Now, of course, this pylon here is just barely out of the range of that Zelnaga watchtower. So if Wolf ever was able to take that back, he would be unable to see this. So very nice positioning here. Of course, we do see Blink is now on the way for Wolf. Getting up, just kind of a couple more stalkers. Really going to be, looks like, staying on one base for a while here. Getting a forge as well. And just getting those probes up going. You know what? I'm going to go for a nice little timing attack. He's up to 30 probes compared to the 25 of his opponent. Going to be sending out this nice, basically, battalion of Protoss units. Even bringing a probe with it to drop down that forward pylon. But still, Day 6 is in a very good position up here on top of his ramp. He does have an immortal, has those sentries for force fields, and there's a second immortal being added on, and dropping down an expansion behind this. Now, this is going to be where things get a little bit rough. If he gets caught off guard where he might not be able to cancel that and might not have the resources to keep up, he would be in a rough spot. But it looks like we're going to be seeing Wolf just kind of poke his way forward here, but actually taking a nice free hit. It's 2 stalkers there for Day 6 and warp in another sentry to get some more force fields, and forward pylon will go down. But look at this. We see a Zealot has been warped in now for Day 6 at this one forward pylon here, and probes getting pulled off the line, and he's just going to start battling it out against a couple of probes. We'll get a lot of free kills actually out of this, taking 2 down very quickly, and we'll get a 3rd and 4th. There is that observer here to just basically spot to see what his opponent is up to, and 5 kills does finally go down, but that's actually a big deal. Having those probes pulled off, not being able to mine, and he's now below in that probe count. Looks like he will just start picking off these destructive rockets and maybe decide to move his way forward here. We might see some good force fields come down to trap these units in. He does have a lot of entry on these sentries, but more and more units will most likely be warped in here in the future. He does, of course, have Blink, has started that +1 ground weapons, and there's a wave of Zealots going to be morphed in, moving those 6 Zealots to the front, and will be popping that Guardian Shield and moving up the ramp, and force fields coming up here, but nice offensive Blink, jumps on top of that one Immortal, will take him out very quickly, and now the Immortal is actually not targeting down what he should, targeting down a couple of Zealots, now finally turns and hits a Stalker, but very nice play out of Wolf here, going to be actually doing a lot of damage. Nice defensive force fields coming out, but those Zealots still in the way. They're going to be picking off a lot of units, and now we're going to see Day 6 in a lot of trouble. His Nexus is in danger of going down, and moving down the ramp, loses 2 Stalkers, going to lose a 3rd one for free, and does get another force field on the ramp, going to be able to defend against this, but look at this. Natural's going to go down. Wolf is pulling ahead in supply right now, 48 to 48. Is there another? Oh my gosh, there's another Zealot in the main base right now, taking out 9 kills already on this one Zealot. It finally does get cleaned up, but look at that. 0 mining for a brief period from Wolf. So even though he did take out his opponent's natural and is going to try to move up the ramp, he will be unable to as long as there are sentries to drop down those force fields. He's only at 17 probes right now compared to the 32 of Day 6. He has a very strong economy. Will be currently boosting out a couple of these Immortals, getting some more Zealots in here. And Wolf just basically going, okay, I'm stuck in a rough position now. I don't have an observer, so I can't blink into the main base. I can't pick off pylons and things of that nature. I'm just going to keep reinforcing and hope to God I can maybe bust up this ramp. But that is never something you want to do. You don't know what is on top of this ramp. Of course, he has those force fields to drop down, but still 2 Immortals on the ramp. If he traps a lot of those Stalkers up there, it would be very, very rough. Of course, we do see another Zealot that's going to be moving in. This is a really, really nice play of Day 6. Basically going to try to force him to deal with this. Make him warp in there instead of outside of his natural. We do see 1 Zealot's going to be warped in, but look, already rallied for a bunch of probes to take out, and going to take out another one here, getting up to 2 kills, and just kind of sitting outside of Day 6's main base right now, and looks like he's just going to run him out of there, going, alright, peace out, got my 3 kills. Doing every little bit of damage he can, and look at this. We do see he does bust up the ramp here, going to get an offensive Blink, but pops up here. A lot of the units stuck on the low ground, going to pick off a pylon. Nice force field trapping them again, but still 3 Immortals on top of that ramp, as well as those Zealots. Not somewhere you want to jump up on top of. And Day 6 is getting in a more commanding lead here at 69 supply compared to the 55 of his opponent. We do see another Immortal is going to be hitting the field, and he still has this forward pylon here. That Zealot still left alive. Looks like Zealot's going to be already checking around, going, okay, there's got to be a forward pylon somewhere. Where is this? And, oh, they will see this one Zealot, but they're not going to be actually pulling back in time. He did see it, but he did not react to it. And this Zealot's going to be moving into the main to get a couple more free kills, or just hang out on the ramp. It's cool. Observer for Day 6 gets to know exactly where his opponent's army is. Now going to be sending that Zealot in, and looks like just going to target down a pylon. You know, not really the best, but it looks like Day 6 is going to barrel down the ramp here. Nice force fields coming out, basically protecting them from those Zealots, while those Immortals are able to do a lot of damage. Day 6 does a nice job, basically busting down the ramp here. He does lose 3 Immortals, and did a nice force field trapping that one of Day 6 in there, but warping in a couple of Zealots with this forward pylon here, and going to try to bust up, but no, it's not going to be enough. Now sentries are stuck on the low ground, will be forced back up the ramp by these Stalkers. Another force field comes out, preventing him from jumping up here. We do see 3 more gates have been added on for a total of 5 gates for Day 6. Still has that Robo up and running. His main base is getting dangerously low, but at the same time, Wolf is getting dangerously low as well, and his economy is nowhere near as good as Day 6, and a Zealot tries to poke up, but gets trapped and killed off. It's like Wolf, realizing how bad of a position he is in right now, is going to think about moving on back, but no, he's added on that Templar Archives and is starting to get those Archons mixed in, but still, Archons are great against those Zealots, but not so much against Stalkers and Immortals here. And look at this, going to start poking up and picking off a couple of units. More High Templar getting morphed in. Got to go into Archon mode. Boom! Morphing into Archon, sending those Charizards, or those Zealots in, but Immortal doing a lot of damage. One Immortal not going to be cleaned up yet, actually going to be poked back and will get sniped by an offensive blink from Wolf. He's going to pull back with his 1 Archon and a couple of Stalkers, but look at this. Reinforcing in 4 more Stalkers and a Zealot going to be swinging back on over and might actually clip a couple of these units in here. And look, going to be actually, rallied there and attack that rock. Will trap at least 1 Stalker. Is definitely going to get a second one in this. And no, pulls back, going up. And I'm not going to right now. Sentry gets warped in to try to drop down a force field, but that's going to hurt him being unable to get another High Templar in there to get basically another Archon. And this force for Day 6 is really, really scary. He's got a Warp Prism on the way, 2 Immortals, has this Observer, so he could poke up the ramp and do a lot of damage, realizing there's really not much here. Trying to bait out a force field or 2. Now you can see a second Archon going to be morphed in a couple of seconds once he realizes he's got 2. There he goes. Boom. A couple more Zealots going to be warped in here. More Archon. So Archon is a decent transition out of this. He's stuck though with basically being hurting for resources, unable to expand. Day 6 going to try to barrel up here. Does get trapped. Pops that Guardian Shield. Going to just target down all these units because this Observer is still here. Now there's no energy left on the Sentry. Couple of Zealots are going to be morphed in here, but we're going to see most likely he will move those Zealots to the front and just start barreling his way up into the main base here. There are, of course, those couple of Archons still left alive. This one very low on shield and will be taken out very quickly. Immortal does go down here. There's still 1 left alive. More reinforcing Stalkers and Zealots coming in, and Day 6 barrels his way into the main base of Wolf. He's down to only 27 supply compared to the 85 of Day 6 here, with a very commanding lead in this game. Will be able to knock out Wolf and tie it up now 2-2 for LXG, and Zealot's now going to town on more probes, warping in a couple Stalkers. Wolf is not giving up without a fight, going, you know what, I'm going to do everything I can, try to wear out my opponent. I know it is a long series, and nice, just dropping down those force fields, going, your probes aren't even going to be able to attack me now. I'm going to take out everything you got. Wolf has dropped down to 3 supply, and GG's out. We do see Day 6 ties it up now, 2-2 in this best of 9 race to 5 style of play here that the Team League does bring out, and it definitely brings out some very exciting games. And the PvP was very cool. It was not like, okay, we're going to go straight 4-gate versus 4-gate kind of thing. It was like, all right, you know, we'll do some Tekken right now. I would have liked to have seen Wolf gotten a delayed Robo with that Blink play instead of gone for Archons and tried to expand, you know, things like that nature. He could have also, you know, expanded, thrown down at least just 1 cannon to help deal with those Zealots or something. But, you know, that's okay. Overall, Day 6 had very nice decision making. He lost that Nexus early on, but was like, all right, I'm just going to keep warping in sentries, force field you off. It only takes one force field to block this ramp and just get my Immortals up. You try to blink up here, see what happens. You'll be blinking on top of Zealots and Immortals. Not something you want to do. So very exciting game number 4, and we'll be going into game number 5 coming up very shortly now. It's going to be, of course, SOV's player choice and map choice. So click anywhere on the screen here to bring you into game number 5. Like we said, it is a best of 9 race to 5. Whoever gets 5 wins first does win. This is week number 1 of the Legion Team League. Of course, I will be casting up each week for these on the LXG's YouTube channel. Of course, if you enjoy my casting, subscribe here to the LXG YouTube channel, as well as check out my YouTube channel. It is youtube.com/nanman. I do a lot of professional casting over there. You can also tune in to these events live each week at Twitch TV/TheRealNanman. Be sure to follow over there to know when we go live and see other awesome casting events such as the LXG Opens. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next game.